Birmingham, England, a city forged in industry and grit, birthed a new sound in the late 1960s. From the ashes of struggling blues bands, four lads, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Bill Ward, and a charismatic vocalist named Ozzy Osbourne came together. They called themselves Black Sabbath, a name inspired by a horror film reflecting their fascination with the dark and macabre. Their early days were spent honing their craft, playing clubs and pubs. Their music a potent cocktail of blues riffs, driving rhythms, and Osbourne's haunting vocals. Iommi's innovative use of down-tuned guitars, a result of an industrial accident that left him with shortened fingers, created a heavier, doom-laden sound that set them apart from their contemporaries. Driven by a shared ambition, they toiled tirelessly, their music resonating with a growing audience hungry for something new, something heavier. Their unique blend of blues-inspired riffs, thunderous drums, and Osbourne's eerie vocals, coupled with lyrics exploring themes of darkness, paranoia, and social unrest, struck a chord with a generation disillusioned by war and uncertainty. Word of mouth spread like wildfire, their reputation as a formidable live act preceding them. Their self-titled debut album, released on Friday the 13th February 1970, announced their arrival in thunderous fashion. It was a game-changer. The album, a raw and uncompromising slab of heavy metal, stormed the charts, reaching number 8 in the UK and cementing their status as pioneers of a new genre. Black Sabbath had tapped into a primal energy, their music a soundtrack for a generation grappling with societal anxieties. Their sound, a potent mix of heavy riffs, driving rhythms, and Ozzy's theatrical vocals, was like nothing heard before. Subsequent albums, Paranoid and Master of Reality, followed in quick succession, each one a sonic assault that further cemented their status as heavy metal icons. Paranoid, in particular, catapulted them to international fame. The title track, with its iconic riff and anti-war lyrics, became an anthem for a generation. The album's themes of paranoia, war, and social decay resonated deeply with a generation coming of age in a world teetering on the brink. Black Sabbath's musical output was relentless. Vol. 4, 1972, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, 1973, and Sabotage, 1975, followed, each album pushing the boundaries of heavy metal. Tracks like Iron Man, with its instantly recognizable riff and dystopian lyrics, War Pigs, a scathing indictment of warmongering politicians, and Children of the Grave, a call to arms for youth to rise up against oppression, became anthems for a generation, their music characterized by Iommi's heavy, down-tuned riffs, Butler's rumbling bass lines, Ward's thunderous drumming, and Osbourne's instantly recognizable vocals had an undeniable power. They were not afraid to tackle dark and controversial subjects, their lyrics exploring themes of war, social injustice, mental illness, and the occult, themes rarely touched upon in popular music at the time. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath saw the band experimenting with synthesizers and more complex arrangements, while Sabotage showcased their raw power and aggression. Despite internal conflicts and the pressures of fame, they continued to tour relentlessly, their live shows becoming legendary for their sheer volume and Osbourne's unpredictable stage antics. Black Sabbath's influence on heavy metal is immeasurable. They were the architects of the genre, laying the foundation for countless bands that followed. Their innovative use of down-tuned guitars, their dark and heavy sound, their exploration of previously taboo subjects, these were all elements that would go on to define heavy metal. From Metallica to Iron Maiden, from Slayer to Slipknot, generations of metal bands owe a debt of gratitude to the pioneers from Birmingham. They didn't just create a genre, they cultivated a culture, a global community united by a love of heavy music and a shared sense of belonging. Their music, born in the industrial heartlands of England, transcended borders and languages, connecting with audiences worldwide. Their legacy is not just in the music, but in the millions of lives they touched. Black Sabbath's impact on music is undeniable. They didn't just play heavy metal, they defined it.